Most people who get a raise end up with less money saved than before, not more. That is lifestyle creep. And if you have gotten even one pay increase in the last few years, there is a real chance it is quietly draining your wealth without you ever noticing. Here's what actually happens. You get a $400 a month raise. You feel good. You upgrade your apartment, eat out a little more, add a couple of streaming subscriptions, maybe lease a nicer car. 6 months later, every dollar of that raise is gone. Not into savings, not into investments, just absorbed into a slightly more expensive version of your daily life. Your paycheck is bigger. Your bank account is not. The average American household income has grown by roughly 30% over the last decade, but the personal savings rate has actually fallen during that same stretch. More money coming in, less money being kept. That gap is lifestyle creep in action. The good news is that this is one of the most fixable money problems there is. You do not need to earn more. You do not need to cut everything you enjoy. You need one system set up once that works automatically before your brain even realizes you got paid. I am going to show you exactly how to build it. And I will give you the headline number right now. Someone who earns $60,000 a year and captures just half of every raise they get over a 30-year career can end up with over $400,000 more in retirement savings than someone who captures none of it. That is the cost of letting lifestyle creep run unchecked. Let us talk about why it happens first. Because understanding the trap is what makes the fix stick. Here's the part almost everyone gets backwards. They think lifestyle creep is a willpower problem. It is not. It is a psychology problem, and that distinction changes everything about how you fix it. Your brain runs on something called hedonic adaptation. It is the same mechanism that explains why a brand new car feels thrilling in week 1 and ordinary by month 3. Once you experience a higher standard of living, that standard becomes your new normal. The upgraded apartment stops feeling like a luxury and starts feeling like the baseline. The nicer groceries stop feeling like a treat. You do not consciously decide to want more. Your expectations just quietly reset upward. And the moment your expectations reset, every dollar of your raise is already mentally allocated before it hits your account. Researchers at Princeton found that emotional well-being from income tends to plateau around a certain level. Yet spending consistently expands to match whatever income arrives. The raise feels like relief in week 1 and feels like nothing within a few months, because your expenses have already caught up. There's a second force working against you at the same time: social comparison. When your income goes up, you often move into a slightly different social circle. Maybe coworkers with bigger salaries, a nicer neighborhood, different restaurants. The spending around you quietly shifts your reference point for what is normal. You are not being reckless. You are just matching the environment. But the environment is expensive. So if willpower cannot fix this, and it really cannot because you are fighting your own brain, what does? The answer is structure. You have to make the good behavior automatic before your brain adapts. And to understand why that works, you first need to see just how much this is costing you in real dollars. Let us make this concrete, because the numbers are the part that should make you stop scrolling. Say you are 30 years old, earning $55,000 a year. You get a 5% raise, that is $2,750 more per year, or about $229 more per month after taxes. If you let lifestyle creep take that entire raise, you get zero additional savings. Over 30 years of working, assuming you get a modest raise every couple of years and lifestyle creep absorbs it every time, you arrive at retirement with essentially the same savings rate you started with. That is the default outcome for most people. Now flip the scenario. You capture just half of every raise. You let yourself enjoy the other half, spend it however you want, no guilt. That $220 raise? You redirect about $115 a month into an index fund inside your 401k or Roth IRA. At the S&P 500's long-run historical average of about 10% per year, and remember, that is a historical average, not a promise. $115 a month invested consistently for 30 years grows to roughly $228,000 from that one raise alone. Now stack that across 4 or 5 raises over a career, each time capturing half and investing it immediately, and you are in the territory of $400,000 to $500,000 in additional wealth. Wealth that would have otherwise been spent on things you cannot even remember buying. That is not a small difference. At a standard 4% withdrawal rate in retirement, $400,000 generates about $16,000 a year in income. That is over $300 a month. And the tragic part is that most people never feel deprived in the version where they capture the raise, because they still get to spend half of it. They just never take the step to lock the other half away first. That step is called paying yourself first, and it is the entire game. Here's the phrase you have probably heard, but may not have fully put into practice. Pay yourself first. Most people pay themselves last. Bills come out, groceries happen, entertainment happens, subscriptions renew, and whatever survives goes into savings. The problem is that nothing usually survives. Spending expands to fill available income. Every time. Paying yourself first simply means your savings move before you can spend them. Your investment contribution leaves your account on payday, not at the end of the month. You build your life around what is left, instead of hoping there is something left to save. The mechanics are straightforward. If you have a 401k at work, your contribution comes out of your paycheck before it ever hits your bank account. You never see it, never miss it. That is already a form of paying yourself first. And if you are not using it, starting there is the single highest leverage move available to most Americans, especially if your employer offers a match. A 50% match on your contributions is an immediate 50% return before the market does anything. If you do not have a 401k or you want to save beyond it, a Roth IRA at Fidelity, Vanguard, or Schwab can be set up in about 20 minutes with automatic monthly contributions. You set the dollar amount, pick a date, and the money moves on its own. No decisions required, no willpower required. That is the version for someone starting from scratch. It works differently when a raise arrives, because that is the specific moment when lifestyle creep attacks. And catching it in that window requires a slightly different move. That move is next. Here is the most important tactical move in this entire video, and most people skip it because it sounds almost too simple. The moment you learn about a raise, not when it hits, the moment you learn about it, go increase your 401k contribution percentage or your automatic IRA transfer amount before the higher paycheck ever arrives. That window between knowing about the raise and receiving it is the only moment when lifestyle creep cannot touch that money. Once it lands in your account, your brain starts allocating it within days. A practical version of this is something called the 50-50 rule. Every time you get a raise, split it in half. Half goes to savings or investments immediately via automation. The other half is yours to spend guilt-free on whatever you want. The nicer dinner, the vacation, the upgrade. You are not depriving yourself. You are just capturing half before hedonic adaptation claims the whole thing. Here's how it looks in practice. You are currently contributing 6% of your salary to your 401k. You get a 4% raise? You log in and bump your contribution to 8%. The new paycheck feels roughly the same as the old one because the extra money never shows up in your take-home. Your savings rate just climbed, invisibly, without a single act of discipline after that one login. Do that with every raise for 10 years, and your savings rate compounds upward the same way interest compounds your money. It is one of the most powerful and underused wealth-building levers that exists. And once the raise is captured, there is still the question of where the rest of your money is sitting, because a lot of people are quietly losing money on their everyday savings too. That is the next piece. You have automated the raise. Now the question is where that money actually lives, because the account matters more than most people realize. For anything beyond your 401k contribution, the first priority is your emergency fund. 3 to 6 months of living expenses, sitting somewhere accessible but earning something. A regular checking or savings account at a big bank is typically paying 0.01% to 0.05% in interest right now. That is essentially nothing. A high-yield savings account, or high-yield savings account, is the exact same thing, FDIC insured, meaning your money is protected up to $250,000, but paying somewhere between 4% and 5% as of 2024. On a $10,000 emergency fund, that difference is roughly $400 to $500 a year in interest you are either collecting or leaving on the table. Online banks like Marcus, Ally, or SoFi consistently offer competitive high-yield savings account rates. Takes about 10 minutes to open. The money is just as safe, just as accessible, and it is actually working for you while it sits there. For long-term investing beyond the 401k, a Roth IRA funded with broad index funds that track the entire S&P 500 or the total U.S. market, keeps your fees low and your diversification high. You can contribute up to $7,000 a year to a Roth IRA in 2024 if you are under 50 and the growth inside is tax-free in retirement. That tax-free treatment over 30 years is worth tens of thousands of dollars on its own. The combination, 401k up to the employer match, high-yield savings account for your emergency fund, Roth IRA for additional long-term savings, is the core stack for most beginners. Not complicated, not glamorous, genuinely powerful over time. Before we wrap, there is a nuance worth naming directly because treating every lifestyle upgrade as the enemy will burn you out fast and you will quit the whole system. Not all lifestyle creep is equal. There is a difference between spending that genuinely improves your quality of life in a lasting way and spending that just inflates your baseline temporarily. A gym membership you actually use, a tool that saves you hours a week, a reliable car that ends your repair bill stress, those can be worth the cost. A third streaming service you forget to watch, a bigger apartment that impresses people you barely know, daily restaurant lunches when you are not even enjoying them. Those are pure baseline inflation with no lasting return. The question to ask before any lifestyle upgrade is this: will I still value this in 6 months? Or am I just reacting to having more money right now? That 6-month test is not perfect, but it catches most of the impulse upgrades that lifestyle creep is built on. Spend intentionally on what genuinely matters to you. Automate savings aggressively on everything else. That combination is not deprivation. It is the actual definition of financial freedom. You are choosing where your money goes, instead of wondering where it went. Let us bring it all together. Lifestyle creep is not a character flaw. It is a predictable result of hedonic adaptation and expanding social norms. Your brain will spend every raise you get unless you have a system that moves the money first. The fix is 3 steps. First, automate before you adapt. The moment you hear about a raise, increase your 401k contribution or your automatic IRA transfer before the paycheck arrives. Second, use the 50-50 rule. Capture half of every raise into savings, spend the other half guilt-free. Third, put your saved money to work. High-yield savings account for your emergency fund, low-cost index funds in a 401k or Roth IRA for the long term. Do those 3 things consistently, and a 30-year career of modest raises can build hundreds of thousands of dollars in wealth that would otherwise have quietly vanished into a slightly more expensive life you barely remember. If this video helped you, subscribing to Plain Money takes 2 seconds, and it means you will see the next one. Drop a comment telling me one thing you plan to automate after watching this. It helps you commit, and it helps the channel. Now that you understand how lifestyle creep steals your raises, the thing that quietly undoes even a perfect savings plan is debt interest, specifically paying off your debts in the wrong order. That video is next.